Martin presents Comedy Classics. With your host, Orson Welles, and some of Dean's friends, Frank Sinatra, Dom DeLuise, Bob Newhart, and Goldie Hawn, Ruth Buzzy, Marty Feldman, Jonathan Winters, and Peter Falk.
I love the classics. Shakespeare, Moliere, Dean. Dean? Oh, yes. Classic comedy. Dean brought us some of the best. We didn't think of him as a comedian, more as a genial fellow who charmed us with a song. But when Dean was around, there was a magnetic attraction that drew comedy to even a melancholy ballad like Stormy Weather.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather. Since my gal and I ain't together, keeps raining all the time. Life is bad, gloom and misery everywhere.
I can't help it. This guy's the funniest guy in the world. Everything he says kills me.
Stormy weather.
See what I mean?
Just can't get my poor self together.
Can't get his poor self. You just made that up. Did you just make that up?
I'm weary all the time.
When you hear this? When you hear this?
The time. So weary all the time.
No matter how many times you said it, it's still funny.
When you went away, the blues walked in and met me.
The blues walked in and met me. Couldn't you just die?
If she stays away, old rocking chair gonna get me.
And you thought the other guy was the funny one.
The Lord is calling me.
Tell the part about walking in the sun.
Walk in the sun. Can't go on. Everything I have is gone.
Here he comes again.
Stormy Here's my gal and I ain't together.
I don't know where he gets it from.
Raining all. What the heck are you laughing at?
I know what's coming.
Why don't you try and cheer up, will you? Joey Pay, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, here's a man who showed up regularly with Dean. The reason, a little thing called chemistry. But I'll let him tell you about it. Here's Bob Newhart.
Yes, Orson, I was a frequent guest on Dean's show, and it was always a joy because Dean was agreeable to just about anything. Now, you don't usually see Dean dressed up as an 80-year-old lady. Well, maybe on Halloween, but I mean on television. Now, in the sketch coming up, Dean is a sweet little old lady who's learning to drive. And me, well, I'm just sort of going along for the ride. Of course, I had to go along for the ride because I'm the driving instructor.
I've had some ugly students. Now, according to our file here, your name is Mrs. Webb. Is that correct?
Correct.
And according to this, you've had one lesson already. Do you happen to remember the instructor's name on that?
Mr. Adams.
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 I'm sorry. Here, let me just read ahead a bit. I might
Go ahead.
familiarize myself with your How fast were you going when Mr. Adams jumped from the car?
75.
Where was that now?
It's in my driveway. We were backing out.
Did Mr. Adams cover starting the car? He got that far, did he? You want to start the car and we'll pull out into the stream of traffic? Mrs. Webb, you just turn on the windshield wipers. You want to start the car? The heck with it. Leave the heater on. That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead. You only have one left. There we. All right. Let's pull out into the stream of traffic. What's the first thing we're going to do before we pull out into traffic? What did Mr. Adams do before he let you pull out into traffic?
You mean besides blessing himself?
That's what I had in mind was checking the rear view mirror. You see, we always want to check the rear view. Don't pull out! Please don't cry, Mrs. Webb. I didn't mean to shout at you like that. Just that there was a cement truck. All right, your lane is clear now. You want to pull out? Very good. All right, now let's get up just a bit more speed and ease it into second. Aha! That's all right, Mrs. Webb. I just hadn't intended to cover reverse this early.
It's just that the other cars honking made me so nervous.
Makes you nervous, huh? Try not to pay too much attention to their honking. You're doing very well. You really are.
I keep having a funny feeling I'm blocking somebody's lane.
No, as a matter of fact, as long as you're here on the safety island, you couldn't... couldn't be blocking anyone's lane. All right, let's practice some turns now. The important thing you want to remember on turns, try not to make them too sharp. Just kind of make it... That was very good. Just a little fast. One other thing. See, this is a one-way street. Actually, that may have been even partially my fault. You see, but you were in the left-hand lane, and you were signaling left, and I don't know. I just automatically assumed you were going to turn left. Same to you, fella. I couldn't make out what he said, Mrs. Webb. Mr. Webb, you want to get out of the stream of traffic coming at us? Pull in the alley there, anywhere. This is something not too many of the schools stress too much. We happen to think it's kind of important. It's called alley driving. You might drive around the alleys for the rest of the hour. I'll tell you what, there's a practice area not too far away from here. It might not be a bad idea if we went over there. Turn right here. That's the way. It will build up your confidence. Yeah, turn right here. Well, now that was my fault again, you see. Yeah, I'm in at the corner. Not onto this man's lawn, you see. Sorry, sir. You want to back out, Mrs. Webb? Sorry, sir. Sorry. He's going for the hose. Back out, Mrs. Webb. Mrs. Webb, we just backed into someone. Do you recall at all my earlier talking about the rear view mirror?
Well, the red light blinded me.
The red light.
The flashing red lights on the car I just hit.
She was just telling me about it upstairs, as a matter of fact. No, actually, you're right. I suppose I should have had her signal. See, I don't know what the signal is for coming off someone's lawn. Mrs. Webb, I'm going to have to go with the officers to the police station.
Before you go, I want to be sure to get your name.
Well, my name is Frank Dexter. Why do you ask?
I want to be sure and ask for you the next time.
For scholars of comedy, there isn't any handy encyclopedia, but if there were such a reference book, there'd have to be a section devoted to nonsense and students for pure nonsense. Here's a recipe. Take one elevator, add Dean as the operator, and King Kong on his way up to the top of the Empire State Building, and mix in the delicious Goldie Hawn.
Gorilla, my dreams.
I think the elevator is stuck.
Oh, my heavens!
Yeah,
Well,
it's stuck. It's stuck here.
that's what's happening.
Yeah, I know, but what is bugging him?
I think he has that phobia.
That phobia?
Yeah, that phobia.
I just hope he's elevator broken.
Now, I don't think you should talk like that. Because, it's an emotional problem. I mean, you have to show a little understanding at this point.
Well, look, miss, I don't have time for that.
Well, I have to tell you, you're never going to get anywhere with that attitude in life. That is why you are an elevator operator and he's a gorilla.
Well, when he gets this way, well, what does he usually take?
Anything he wants to.
Anything he wants?
God, it's my own fault. I wanted him to climb up the Empire. He wanted to climb up the Empire. What is that? I wanted to climb up, and he wanted the building.
No!
He wanted to climb up outside the building, and I insisted on coming up in the elevator.
That was the mistake. Now, that's Hey, gee whiz, we're moving.
Fantastic! Oh, thank goodness. I hope we're not too late for the planes.
Are you okay? Okay. I don't give that 1 year.
Being a guest on Dean's show was something to look forward to. It was a little like dropping by a friend's house for a few laughs and somebody just happened to bring along a camera. Dean made it a point to invite people he genuinely liked. And one of his pals, who dropped in from time to time, is also a pal of mine, Frank Sinatra.
You're right, Orson. We had some great times. Dean had a way of keeping things easy and relaxed, you know? I could go further than that. They were downright loose. I met the night we worked with Ruth Buzzy. Now, in the world of comedy, women are far outnumbered by men. However, in this sketch, both Dean and I were outnumbered by just one Ruth Buzzy. Now, here's the setup. We're just wrapping up the party at my place, but the action was just about to begin.
I gotta admit, Frank, you really swing.
Oh, I don't lead such a wild life.
You don't lead a wild life, huh? Then how come every priest in town is drawing lots to see who takes your confession?
Come on, let's fix up the bed. We gotta get some sleep. Okay. Let's get this out of here. Hey, I thought that women only looked like that when they got up in the morning.
Wait a minute. I've only seen you two someplace before. Now, don't tell me. Let me guess. Are you two Italian?
Yeah.
Hmm? You from California?
That's right.
You both on television?
Yeah.
Now I know who you are. Ernest and Julio Gallo.
Hey, listen, the party's breaking up. You'll have to leave. That's all.
Well, all right. If that's the way you feel about it, Buster.
get out, please. Oh, boy.
Frank, if that's a friend of yours, I hope she doesn't have a sister.
Boys, and after that, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Now, come on, will you please, lady? Listen, cover up the parakeet. I think there's going to be an ugly scene.
What a scandal there would be if my girlfriends knew that I was locked in a room with Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. My whole reputation would be sullied. My name would be dragged through the mud. My whole life would be ruined. Oh, well.
All right. Pal of mine, get the key.
I wouldn't go in there with a safari.
Come on, one little kiss. If there's one thing that turns me on, it's a hot-blooded Italian singer.
That proves what I always said, pal.
What's that?
There's never a cop around when you need one.
I know. Oh, boy. I hope she doesn't come back. I think I hurt myself.
Wait for her.
Please, it's been a wonderful evening. Let's not spoil it.
Come on, don't hold back. Don't let yourself go.
Listen, wait a minute. I'm trying to save something till after I get married.
I didn't know you had anything left.
Oh, shut up. You know, Dean's show was a hit always, all over the world. And we thought you might like to see a moment or two from this last sketch as it was seen in Italy.
Coraggio, amico. Riprendile la chiave. Con discrezione.
Mai preso parte a un safari in vita mia.
Guarda, non fare il timidino. Se c'è un tipo che mi fa perdere la testa, è proprio un focoso cantante italiano come te.
Speriamo che nessuno le dica.
Che cosa?
Beh, che sono italiano anch'io.
Dean's weekly television show provided a great opportunity for many performers. When Dom DeLuise proved to be a sure laugh-getter, he was invited back again and again and again. Dom himself will tell you that those appearances on Dean's show helped to make him the star that he is today.
Oh, I don't know. No, really. You know, when the producer said, Dom, we want you on the show, we're going to make you as comfortable as we possibly can. I said, okay, come over here. And here they are. Oh, and this is my best side. Comfortable. There was no one ever more comfortable to work with than Dean. He was wonderful. It wasn't work, it was a party. It was a pleasure, all the time. I remember one time we did a sketch. You may not recognize me, I didn't have a beard, but Dean did. He was making a Western with John Wayne at the time. In this sketch, I'm a little paranoid, a little schizophrenic, and so naturally I played a psychiatrist. Here it is.
Now, exactly what seems to be the trouble?
I'm nervous.
Yes, I see, I understand. Well, you must relax, of course. Excuse me, do you mind if I put this out? Oh. Now, just relax. You see, the nervous that people are reason. The reason that people are nervous is that they are basically insecure. They don't trust anything or anybody. Whenever anything happens. Hello? Yes, he's here. It's a patient.
Oh, careful. It might be a trick. Find out who it is.
Who's calling, please? What? Ah, Mr. Plott. How are you? Hello, Mr. Plott. Yes, you want to see me right away? Of course, come right over. I'll be here. No. I will not sneak out. Mr. Plott, you must have confidence in others. Yes, confidence. C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-C-E. Right. Goodbye. Operator, trace that call. Now, young man, exactly what seems to make you so...
Nervous.
Nervous?
It's just that I'm afraid.
Uh-huh. My dear young man, basically every one of us is afraid. But we must face life realistically and ask, what is there to be afraid of? Is there anything to be afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. Well, is there? No? I'm so glad because I've been so worried lately. But now we must help you. Please lie down. On the couch. On the couch. Now, this is a word test, and I'll erase that. This is a word test. I will say a word, and you will say the first word that comes into your mind. And that way, we'll find out what the trouble is. Ready?
Set.
Go.
Come.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
Elephant.
Elephant? Open, shut, down, up, white,
Shut up.
Now, pay attention. Life,
Dead.
wife,
Dead.
death,
Wife.
I know what the trouble is.
What?
I hate my wife. But now we must help you. Tell me something about your home life. Do you have any little ones?
Well, once in a while before a meal, maybe a couple at lunch. But that's just too much. Never hurts nobody, you know.
That's true. Well, that doesn't sound like a problem. What is your problem?
I have a split personality.
What? Oh, I see. What kind of talk is that?
I didn't get any on you. I want to say, I have a split personality. Inside, I am really two people. Me and Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
I see. You realize, of course, that this will affect your bill.
No. Save it for the end. I don't think about that. I'd do anything to get rid of Charlie. Let's say, baby.
Hey, listen. Now, listen, my dear young man. Charlie is just a delusion. He doesn't exist. Once you realize that, you're cured. Don't you realize that?
Yes.
You're cured.
Good.
Regular viewer of the Dean Martin shows surely remembers Dean's weekly leaps onto Ken Lane's piano. This is where America saw the pure Dean. He bandied a few quips with Ken, sang a couple of delicious parodies of well-known songs, and then got down to what everybody was really waiting for, his weekly ballad. And then there'd usually be an interruption to all this. Someone or something emerging from the closet. Sometimes it'd be a bit of nonsense concocted by somebody in the staff, often a visit from some celebrity. But the best part of it was that Dean never knew what was behind that door until he opened it, on camera. Now, this particular week, Jonathan Winters surprised him with a visit, and of course, it was total improvisation.
In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you look a bit peculiar in the men's room, my dear.
Poor Ken. He's got no luck driving. Driving down here, he lost one of his bicycle clips. By the way, I forgot to tell you, while you were rehearsing with the orchestra, your dentist called.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said they're ready. You can pick them up tomorrow.
Oh,
A fella needs a girl to sit by his side when his wife's taking out the garbage. Yes, sir. Our love affair is a wondrous thing because your husband doesn't suspect a thing.
Give me a little seen you since you was about that high. Now you're high all the time. No, can we go over here? Who's that?
That's Kenneth Lane.
Hi, Kenny.
Hello, boss.
You know I watch you every... You when Dean jumps up. Sit on the piano, sweetheart. Gosh, I can't get over you. What happened to you? You blew it.
Yeah, I said it was going to be something. I just blew the whole thing.
Well, you know, I'll never forget. There's so many. Kenny, are you interested in this?
Yes.
I hope so. Otherwise, I'll sink one to you. Are these all yours? Back there look like they might be dog teeth. My third mister had dog teeth. Oh, yeah, he was weird. Yeah, I shot him. Oh, yeah, well, at any rate, would you sing me a little song?
Oh, I'll just play something, Kenny.
Romantic.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's sweet. He plays good.
Thank you.
Your hands are so delicate.
Thank you.
Did you stay indoors a lot? Bet you didn't get out to play a lot, did you? But now you can. Oh.
Embrace me, my sweet embrace of you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable.
Oh, Dean, my corrective shoes. And my stockings just went round 3 times.
Just one look at you, my heart grew tipsy in me.
That's the sound of a heart. Hear it? That's a better heart. Take me to the house of pies. We'll have a tall iced tea and just...
You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me.
What you brought out in me. My hearing aid, I hear you now. You're coming in real good. Them wires was crossed when I got off the bus. Sing it again, Dean, whatever. Go ahead.
I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you.
You know, I'd like to make love to you in a tractor tire. Just the 2 of us in there. Ain't that a picture, Deanie?
Don't be a naughty baby. Come to Papa, come to Papa. Do
what? Do. Oh, you make me feel warm all over my body. My panty girdle is melting.
my sweet embrace of all you.
In 1970, Dean introduced a new face to American television audiences, and what a face it was. With eyes like that, it was only natural that Marty Feldman would have a view of life all his own. Now, in The Piece of Lunacy you're going to see now, Marty leads a double life. By day, he's a quiet accountant, but at night, well, that's another story and a classic sketch.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, dear.
Sometimes I don't think you listen to a word I say.
I do, dear.
And look at you, always untidy. When are you going to get your hair cut? Oh, dear, I do wish you wouldn't smoke in bed. You drive me up the wall. And look at the time, 12:20.
Oh,
And there's another thing I want to talk to you about.
I forgot to put the rubbish out, dear. I won't be a tick.
There's holes in those grey socks of yours, Sydney.
dear.
You've only had them since Christmas, and Aunt Edie knitted them specially. Knitted them all through her holiday, she did. Oh, I don't know. You come home at night, sit there reading your paper, you never open your mouth except to put something in it. Other men could come.
Montgomery, you came.
Of course.
Does your wife?
She suspects nothing. She thinks I'm putting out the rubbish.
And they were your very best songs. Why you can't keep them for Sunday best, I really don't know. I'm always buying new things, even with the price of everything. Why, only last week I bought you a new collar and a new pair of laces. Now, it looks to me now as if I'm about to buy you a new pair of socks. I always like you to keep yourself smart.
Oh, I forgot to put the cat out. I won't be...
For instance, when we went down your mum's for tea, you wouldn't put on your best suit, would you? Oh, no. Oh, you're putting years on me. I'm becoming old. I'm old before me time.
Mandeville, you came.
Of course.
Does it work?
She thinks I'm putting the cat out.
Another thing, Sidney. Are you still listening to me? Because if you're not, you better be. You know you cost me a small fortune in boot repairs. Do you know I had to pay 13 and 6 to have your brown boots half soled and heeled?
Yes, dear,
13 and 6. Daylight robbery, that's what I call it. Are you listening to me? Because if you're not, you better be. And they were very, very good boots.
Oh, I forgot to make the cocoa.
You completely ruined them. They're absolutely disgraceful. Why don't you clean them? Don't you know where the polish is kept by now? And where are you going to put those clothesline up? It's been broke since last Monday.
Trelawney, you came.
Naturally.
Your wife, she thinks you're making the cocoa.
Of course.
Can you come back, oh great white father from over the water?
Oh, yes. Same time tomorrow night.
Are you going to cut that grass? Do you know what's a good time now? And them underpants, I can't understand how you keep wearing them out and wearing them out. You get yourself some new ones. And that's another thing, as I said just now. You've got to cut that grass. Do you know it's a foot...
Oh, Sidney.
Yes, dear.
Are you going to sleep now?
Yes, dear.
I don't know what's the matter with you. Nowadays, you're always too tired.
After 10 years of hosting one of television's most successful shows, Dean wanted to try something different. And in 1973, the show's format changed with the presentation of the Dean Martin Roasts. Now, the man of the hour for that very first roast remains the man of the hour to this very day. Dean called Governor Reagan, and he graciously accepted. A parade of roasts followed, featuring celebrities from sports and show business and politics, starting with a governor who was going to be a president, and including this memorable night when they roasted a king, Frank Sinatra. Peter Falk was a guest on the show, but his appearance came as a complete surprise to Frank.
That you remembered me after all these years. Excuse me one moment, sir. Are you through with that cocktail napkin there?
No,
Thank
yes,
you very
sir.
much. If you don't mind, sir, just take a minute. You know, I figure you do it now and you get it done, that's all. Just take a minute. Wait, no, sir, if you don't mind, would you put to Lieutenant Colombo, Frank Sinatra? That's all. That's good. That's good enough. You don't have to write out Lieutenant. LT period.
I put LT already.
Could you put to the missus? To Lieutenant Colombo and Mrs. Colombo.
And Mrs.
Frank Sinatra. She'll love that.
You sure that's all you want?
That'll be good.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Can I say love? Love?
Love?
Can I say love?
Yeah.
All right.
Could you put the missus first?
Mrs.
The missus.
Mrs.
Colombo. And the lieutenant.
Okay.
That's it. Wait a minute. Even better. Just put to Rose. If you could have been at the house, you wouldn't believe this. What happened here when this invitation came. You know, the family, they went crazy. One said, ask him this, and the other said, ask him that, and, well, you know, on my wife's side, you know, they know about show business there. Oh, yes. Like, Dominic, well, he's from Hoboken, like you originally.
Oh, yeah?
Not that he knew you, he didn't know you. Oh, but, he knows show business. He knows Broadway. Well, he sold barber supplies in the Times Square area. 17 years. 17. This is his home right here. You can't lose this. This glows in the dark. He married this girl, Teresa. She's also from Hoboken. And when you, Frank, you know, when you in those days, when you were singing at the Paramount, she worked in the Orange Julius there in the corner. She was a hostess there, you know. Showed people to their stools. So this is what they wanted me to ask you. Now remember, this is them asking, not me. I'm out of this, you know. What they claim a few years ago when you retired was because your voice, you got a little tired. See, they claim now that when you make a record, that Jerry Vale does the singing for you. Let me give you this. This is This is from my wife, lasagna. You know, it's all fresh tomatoes, and she made the pasta herself, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Listen, don't bother washing out the pot because that's Teflon. You use the steel wool that scratches the bottom, so. You could rinse it out with water when you're done. And there's an address in there, then you just drop it in any mailbox. I have to return the gentleman's pen.
Oh, the pen.
I borrowed the pen. That's right. Thank you very much. Art's Delicatessen. You eat there? Oh, that's a wonderful place.
You want to keep the pen?
Huh? Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you ever get a chance to go into Arts, they got there an early bird dinner. You get there, if you get there before 5, you know, you get the main course and choice, a soup and salad and a beverage, $1.99. You know, my wife is watching, you know, and I don't even know if you're permitted to do this. But you see, in my family, we get together every month. We all sing, and well, you know, I'm the worst singer, and you're the greatest singer, and they're all out there watching. Would it be possible, not a whole song, just a... Not a whole song, just... Well, would it be possible? You gods, bye-bye blackbird, something. They get a kick out of it. They're all looking.
Hiya, Rosie. How's that?
Yeah, just one here, just here. Pack, pack.
Back your
Where's and woe, here I go, singing
Television comedy these days is, I'm afraid, a rather fragile thing. For the most part, situation comedies come and go, and variety shows have all but gone. Dean brought us some of the best comedy ever to grace the television medium, and Dean himself had a very large part in it. His relaxed way of making comedy seem so effortless. Well, it was like one big party, and I felt like that myself tonight, as though I were a guest at one of Dean's parties. I've had a good time, I guess you can tell that. When the party's great, I'm always the last to leave. Night, Dean. Thanks.
Orson, you're the greatest. And thanks to my pals Frank, Don DeLuise, Bob Newhart, and all my friends on our show tonight. And my special thanks to all of you. Good night, everybody.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here.